Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, I'm going to give you a quick recap. My name is Hollis. I'm one of the many hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people of lives where upheaval is a direct result of the coronavirus, the pandemic. It's led a lot of people in a different path. This channel is just about artists and musicians and creators in general. How do we keep going? How do we adapt post-pandemic? If you have not seen the episodes before, go check it out. In the last episode, I talked about building a playhouse and all the cool things that we would put into a playhouse to make it awesome. And for me, as a musician and creative person, my number one was a recording studio / production studio. In this day and age, it's all about creating content because a lot of what we do now is online. A lot of live venues have closed. It's made it even harder, more difficult for working class musicians to continue on because the smaller places that we played and made just a decent living has become even harder to do. And the saddest thing in the world would be a world with no music, with no art, with no creators. Thanks to the internet, you can create content, you can put your videos online and music, and you can do a lot, and that's amazing. So there's always a silver lining. Don't get discouraged if you are just like, you don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, and that's why I'm here to show through my experiences to help you guys as an artist. Also, just the people who love art, the consumers of art. This is just like Introduction to Production 101. I'm not here to do the technical stuff, but really just to give an overview of how much it goes into being an artist and just getting to the point where you have the time, the space, the money, the funds to create, because as you're gonna see, there's so much that goes into it. Being an artist, you have to wear many hats. Music is a business. It's called the music business, and most artists and creatives really aren't business savvy to start. In this day and age, you have to be. You're running your own business, your own company. In the beginning, for a lot of artists, myself included, you don't even know what the hell you need. And I'm just gonna break it down. I have my notebook here to just show what you need to get started. Just to create some content, what do you need? A camera. I had to go on YouTube, research. I got this nice camera. It's good enough. Then you need lighting. I just have a basic setup right now. I'm doing everything myself right now. But so here I am with just a little camera and like a light in my studio. You need a tripod. Then you need audio. Like, how does it sound? So we shoot the video and then you gotta edit it. An editing program to edit your videos. I transferred over to Final Cut Pro. It took me all winter. There's days where I was like, this clip, I was trying to record audio. Obviously, it wasn't working. No sound was coming out. And I was so frustrated. It sure wasn't funny then, but looking back, it's kind of funny now. I like editing videos though. That took me months just to learn editing. Not having that much help, this is a DIY who has to do everything until eventually they can build a team and get some help and maybe get some financial backing because money helps. Then we gotta record our stuff. All kinds of devices, microphones, a computer, an interface, speakers, you need instruments. You know, you can start small and build. When I first started, there was always someone in my band who knew how to do something like technical. But then I followed on my own and I'm like, you know, I need to learn how to do all this stuff. You got this, girl. It's such a challenge and it's almost overwhelming sometimes, like a mountain you have to climb. My journey, that was the hardest part, was the technical part. Wires and, oh my, so I know that. I think this goes into TV. I remember this is for my keyboard into the computer or something. This is a MIDI cable that will go from my keyboard to somewhere else. But this, I think this went into here. I think these go here, yeah. Anyone knows? Again, same situation. This is the male, and this goes into the female. I may not be the brightest bulb in the box, but I know enough that this goes into a microphone. Okay, so I'm on the phone with Tony from Studio Lifeline, and I'm trying to get my keyboard here to be fixed because it was working fine, and now it's not working.
Is your computer restarting? Let's restart your computer.
Okay. I don't know. I've been on the phone for over an hour and nothing is working still.
And then yes, received that note. Hurry up, get out with the new interface that we submitted.
And if you're doing a lot online, you have to figure out how to promote yourself online. You need to advertise yourself. So you need to get a photo shoot. You need to have a decent picture. What is my look? You know, like that's part of being an artist.
This is fabulous.
There's makeup, hair. You want to present your best face to the world, right? It's a lot of stuff. Then the next thing you know, you need to get a website. Then there's website design. You have to buy the hosting. You have to, design the site. You need to get all the content for the site. Then you gotta get to social media.
No.
Social media. You have YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Oh my good God. It's a lot, isn't it? Let me turn mine up. I have about 20 more minutes. What's next? Touring. You want to take your show on the road. Book a show, then you gotta find a band. You need bandmates. If you decide to go the band route, be prepared. It's not always smooth sailing. Joe pulled out Bob's mohawk after a dispute about songwriting splits. Sometimes people don't always see eye to eye in bands. Yeah, there's some transportation to get there. You're on the road, what about accommodations? You sleep on a friend's couch, stay in a hotel. I remember after years of touring, we finally got to the point where we had hotels every night. Like they were like Premier Inns, this was in England, or like Holiday Inn or a Days Inn or something here in America. We had hotels to sleep in with beds,
Oh, but don't forget this is our lovely accommodations. And the travel lodge right now is Aberdeen.
I was like, oh my God, we made it! It was awesome. And I was like, we're getting there. But just things that you don't think about. Merchandise. You have to order t-shirts. A lot of bands only survive the sale of their merchandise. Then you have to design it. So again, you're back to graphic design. It could be really fun, but sometimes it gets overwhelming. If you actually do get to the point where you ever make any money, you need a lawyer, you need a music lawyer, you need accountants you need to know about royalties, syncing your music. Again, you're wearing another hat. So you just want to sing a song and be a rock star, but now you're a graphic artist, photographer, an audio and engineer, director, you're web designer, a videographer, producer, and you're fucking Wonder Woman because you have to work another job to pay for this all. I'm not doing this to make you discouraged. You could start anywhere. You could start with a little recorder, guitar, for a couple $100s. I'm just saying to really on a professional level to do it for a living, this is why the struggling artist term has really never escaped our vocabularies because it is a struggle. There's only 40 hours in a week. How do you expect to pay for all this and still do everything that I just mentioned? Money, money, money. Where does it come from? How do you do it? The $1 million question. How do artists do it? Record deals, artist development deals. A lot of people wonder why the music of the 60s and 70s was so good. Back in those days, in the 80s, there was something called artist development deals where they actually would take an artist, giving them a bunch of money called in advance. They could go record their album, they pay for their house, their rent, they help them get their wardrobe together, they develop an artist. A lot of the really successful artists, that's what they had because it takes money and resources. As you see, a record label comes in and provides a team of people. But the thing is, they're very few and far between these days, especially when they come around and just say you're not essential. It makes me so sad when people get to a certain age, they give up on their dreams. You leave the nest, you're out there in cities paying high rent. If you didn't see my video, check out the one is Art Essential. All the odd jobs that I had done just to pay rent, just to be in those cities. So many artists fall into that trap where they're just trying to meet their survival needs. The world we live in, you can't deny it. You need money. We don't want to hear that, but it is the truth. Advice is do it while you're young. Why? Because while you're young, you probably live at home. You're lucky you have supportive parents, your rent is paid, and you have all this time to create and focus. That is amazing. And what about the people who have left home? Some of even the best artists in the world have slipped through the cracks, and they didn't get that lucky break record deal. And it's a shame that there isn't a better way in the world, and whoever whoever designed this matrix, it sucked. Art should be a right. It's a birthright. It shouldn't be a privilege designed for the few that can afford it. People not just at the top can do it. The working class and the rich and the elite. Same with artists. There's a few famous people who really made it big. Congratulations, great for you. But for every one of those, there's probably like 1,000 just as good, but never really had the chance. That's why I wanted to create Hollis Playhouse, a production company, and a space where I can invite other artists who just need a break to come somewhere for a while and have the opportunity to have the access to a video camera, real nice recording equipment, a place to shoot some photos, access to a computer. Sounds like small things, but I know people who can't even afford a subscription to Photoshop. Times are tough. It would be such a huge dream to have these little just retreats and havens for artists to go to, be able to help other people create their own playhouses. We have to keep creating. We have to keep going. We need art. We need music. I know people who live by music. It saved my life. An inspiring book or an inspiring movie. A YouTube channel even. A creator that helped them out of a place of darkness. And the world needs that. What's in our soul and our heart and our purpose. To me, that's just so much important than going out and buying the latest gadget. A couple of my songs help bring someone out of the darkness. Then that's what it's about. Not just about being a rock star and getting the, the $10,000 purse. Like, that. I don't have all the answers, obviously. I know I'm just one person. The only solution I really feel to band together. Pun intended. Artists need to stick together. Artists need to get together. Put our egos aside. There's enough for everybody. Just because I'm successful doesn't mean you can't be. And if you are, doesn't mean I can't. We should be happy for each other. We should support each other. The system wasn't working. We need to come together to create a new world. The world is in like a crazy time. Art could be dying, but this is the turning point. It could be a whole new revolution of artists. We are a new world, a new era. We are the light workers. We are the bringers of the dawn. The old record labels don't have any money for us. We're finding a new way of living, a new way of being. We're the creators, we're the music makers, we're the dreamers, we're the believers. People like me, people like you who are watching this, people who support art, you care, you know how colorful the world is because of art. Figure out how to do it. Because if we're not going to do it, who the is going to do it? We can't wait. Corporations don't care about us. Essential businesses don't care about us. But you know what? There's a huge amount of people who do care. Underground network, especially the people who are older, still at it. I give them a big round of applause because a lot of people look down at artists who are old. They say, give up. What the hell are you doing? You're too old. It's like, f you. We stay true to ourselves. And we can't get rid of art. I'm not going to and die. Free thinkers, artists, we are the voice of freedom. We need us. We cannot be cut out. And sadly, that is what's happening before our very eyes. So it's time to wake up, support your artist. You can't do it alone. And we're gonna take just a little seed sparkling of a dream and see if we can make this a reality again. My new goal is to do that, so follow along in this series, learning as I go. I'm only one person. We need an army. We need a team. It starts with you. It starts with me. And that's what art's about. That's what real punk rock is about. My name is Hollis. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace!
Turn up the volume.